Hello everyone and welcome to another Digimon Dreamers translation video. This time we're going to be looking at and of course reading along with Chapter 5 of Digimon Dreamers, which is in the latest Saikyo jump. So that's the March 2022 copy or issue of Saikyo jump. So before we get into it, we do have a few pages of Digimon information stuff we'll have a quick flick through of, and it's basically just information about the X antibody, so what is an X antibody, and this is for the next set for the Digimon card game, which is BT9, and basically it just shows off a few cards that are going to be in that set, and a bit more about X antibody Digimon. And of course, Agumon X antibody, and we get to see a bit of the non-X antibody and how they can evolve into the X antibody version. So it's kind of showing us the X antibody functionality in the card game and how that works. So basically, you can evolve to an X antibody version of that Digimon if you have that card. So yeah, it's a bit of information about that. And then there's information about the Digimon that we've seen so far in Digimon Dreamers. So that's super exciting. And look, Tanimon being adorable. And of course, how will the battle go between Pulsemon and Ogumon? So let's get into it. And straight away we have Ogumon, and I'll remove the little bit of insert. And of course, because it doesn't really have any Digimon stuff in it, I'll just put it to the side. I was just using it as a bookmark, so I could go straight to the page without flicking through too much. So we have Ogumon doing his Haoken, which is just his attack, and you can kind of see that he's much bigger than Pulsemon. Pulsemon's like basically the size of his fist in this, well, at least he's drawn that way. So we have obviously Ritsu, almost called him Hero, Ritsu being rather concerned. And we actually have some damage when the rocks fly past and hit him on the cheek. And look, the damage even manages to last into the next page, which is nice. So we basically have Ogumon boasting about his Haoken attack and how this is the power of an adult level Digimon, and sort of mocks the town, the village, for not being able to evolve and being born into a village where you can't evolve. And then Ritsu's saying, oh yeah, this power is, you can't even compare it, basically. It's completely something else compared to the power that we have in poor Pulsemon, who is not having a very good time, as it turns out. So, of course, Ogumon's kind of mocking Ritsu, says, oh, just make yourself useful as a tamer. And then he's like, or you could also just fight in his stead. Like he says, human, fight in his stead. And Ritsu is terrified by that. So then we have Ritsu panicking a little bit. He's saying, no, this is impossible, this is impossible, this is impossible. We can't fight together. I'll die, I'll die, I'll die. I'll really be dead. And then he's saying, sorry, Pulsemon, I couldn't do it. I couldn't give you the complete oath of a tamer, basically. He's feeling sorry for himself, and he's saying that he couldn't do what he promised to do for Pulsemon. And then Ogumon continues to mock him and says how, oh look, you're just embarrassed by your own incompetence. Why don't you just go, return to the human world, just leave. And then Pulsemon kind of stands up, and he says that Ritsu is something different, and he wants Ritsu to basically help him by being his cheer squad, basically, to just root for him and cheer for him. And how along with Ritsu's cheering and rooting for him, his power will be able to soar. He'll be able to be strong. And then, of course, we also have Bokumon and Patamon also contributing, and I kind of almost forgot that they existed, even though they're the cutest, and again, very happy that Bokumon is getting so much love lately. So he's saying, look, this is the unbeatable strength of the partners and the power that they share. And then we have Ritsu saying that he's like, all right, then that's what I'll do. I'll be the best cheer squad, basically. And then he's like, good luck, Pulsemon, you can do it. And Pulsemon's like charging up, he's going, ah, doing his best Dragon Ball Z impression. And then we have the vital symbol there. Pulsemon starts to power up. Agumon does the old nani. That's what it says. And then we have Bokumon saying, oh, is the curse lifted? And we have Pulsemon Shinka! So Pulsemon evolve! And Ritsu's like, oh, there's lots of in this issue is what I'm realizing. And then it's like, Bulkmon! Expectation. And then, because I know what happens, because I did a quick, I couldn't help myself, I had to have a quick flick through and a read through before doing this video. And reality, it's, of course, he has the curse of all the Saikyo Jump comics, and everyone is in chibi form, and he has a huge head. Zhin! Reality. And everyone's like, what? Because he's the same size as Pulsemon, basically, except he's all head. Like, because they have the same body, it's just his head grew to Bulkmon's head. So that is absolutely hilarious. He has the curse of the chibi now. So yeah, and that's it. And then of course we have the butt detective, Oshiri Dundee, which is the next comic. So that will be continued next month. So in the April issue. So yeah, we finally got an evolution. I'm surprised it wasn't Namakemon, because that is kind of like the laziness one. And since Ritsu mentions being lazy, I just thought that it would get to Namakemon, but this is even funny, especially with the expectation, and it's Bulkmon, and then reality, it is Bulkmon, but his head is huge. So that is super funny, or at least I thought it was funny. So yeah, that's it for this month. So let me know in the comments what you thought about this chapter, and I'm kind of unsure whether I want to continue the series. The views aren't too great, and I'm not really sure if people are enjoying these translations or if they're wanting to just read it on their own. But let me know in the comics. Let me know in the comments, there we go, not just your thoughts on this chapter, but what your thoughts are about me if I were to continue doing this translation, or if I should just stop. Just let me know in the comments, because feedback is very important. And like this video, of course, and if you haven't already, definitely subscribe so you can check out my other videos, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!